Hi guys, in this tutorial we will see React JS challenge number 3, and this challenge is going to be very important as in this challenge we have to change values dynamically. And let me explain the challenge. First of all, you have to create React app from scratch, and at the second point we have to add a heading that says hello sir and good morning basically if time is between 1 to 11, it will say good morning, and it will say afternoon if the time is between 12 to 19, and good night if the time is 20 and onward. And after these values we have also apply CSS. And what basically do CSS? CSS would just dynamically change the color depending on morning, afternoon or night. So just pause the video and try to do it by yourself. So let's start the challenge number 3. So I hope you did it, and if you just tried but did not successfully do, that's also good thing because at least you have tried to do the things. First of all, we have to import React. This is React any variable from React, and now we have to import React DOM. React DOM from React DOM slash client. This is the complete path, and I have told these things in detail in my previous videos. So now I suppose you come to know that why we are importing React and React DOM inside our this page. So first of all, you have to create a variable const root is equal to I can have any variable, but I am just taking it root because this is you can say that officially relating to our React DOM, that we are pointing to root, which is inside our index.html. So first of all, we have to write React DOM dot. Let me check. Is there spelling correct? No, there is spelling mistake. That's why it is showing an error. Dot create root, and inside this root we have to get basically the root which is in index.html. So we have to use here JavaScript get element MENT. I think there is any spelling mistake. ELEMENT get element by ID. Sorry, root GETELEMENT by ID. So I think that's correct. No, one thing that I am missing here, document dot get element by ID. So now you have to render to this root which is pointing to our that root, and I have explained in my previous video in details that how it is basically working. So now I have to write here root dot render, and inside this render we have to write every element that we are going to use. So let me show you the challenge. You can see that first of all we have to add a heading that says hello sir, and after this heading we have also say good morning if the time is between 1 to 13, 1 to 11. So how can we do it? So first of all, let me make our static heading. Here I am just taking h1, and here it is saying hello sir, and it will say good morning. At the second point, we are just taking it as static. So first of all, I am writing here as static good morning, control S, and make sure you have opened your command prompt. I didn't open, so I going to open it. E drive, change directory to first React app, change directory to React app, and here I am going to start npm start. So it will take some time and it will start automatically. You can say that we have only one header, and inside this header we have to change these values dynamically depending on the system time. So you should think about this thing, that how can we dynamically change this thing, that good morning or good afternoon or good night depending on time. So you should always keep in mind that this can be any JavaScript variable that may store value dynamically. So first of all, let me show you the output. If our npm is started successfully, it is still waiting. You should have to think that how can it be possible that we may change dynamically values good morning to good afternoon, and at the third point we have to say good night. I'm going to make here fragment because there should be possibility that I need any more than one element in future. So this is looking now in formality. Localhost is still loading. You know, it takes a lot of time when we are using VS Code. Oh, you can see that here is a spelling mistake. So let me move back and see the spelling. Document, document. I hope no, it's correct. And you can say that it is showing hello sir, good morning, that we have written in our header tag. And now we have to change basically good morning depending on our time. So first of all, let me take time. I can say const CURR date is equal to new, because we have only date, and inside this date variable we have time as well. So now in this variable current date we have stored date. So let me show you here the date as well. So first of all, I am using curly braces, and here I am just showing current date, control S, and let me show you. Oh, it is you can say that it is still showing any error because it don't have any exact type and date. So we can say I have a second variable, or I can also change it CURDATE current date is equal to CURRDATE dot dot get h hours. You can see that it is showing here option as well. So what is happened basically in date, we have date and time as well, complete details, and inside this current date we have basically this value dot get hours. Mean now in current date variable we have only hours. So let me show you. It is giving an error, and I have told you in my previous video that what was the error here. I can have dot to local time string control, let me make it as a function, control s current date dot get hours is not a function. Get hours is not a function, but this was basically a function. Control s and let me check it. Const variable. Oh, there was a mistake that we are using const here, and in our bottom we are changing the value. You can see here let. Now make it as function. Control s. It is still not showing. Control s. Good morning, but it is not showing current date. Control s. And here I am also going to make as function. As it is 10 o'clock, it is showing here 10. So you can see that now it is working correctly. We have basically automatically our local system time here. So in this variable current date, we have our local system date, time and seconds as well. And in this current variable, we are just pointing that this current variable dot get hours, it will only take hours, and now in this variable we have only hours, which are we showing here. I'm just giving here space. So now here a question arises that how can we dynamically change the values depending on the time. Basically here we are going to use if else condition, or we can also use switch condition, but if else condition is looking better here. So first of all we have to see if the time is between 1 to 1 to 11, it will show good morning. So first of all we have greeting variable, and inside this greeting variable we have nothing. This is just an empty greeting, and here we are making a condition if CURRDATE current date is greater than equal to 1 and less than equal to 11, is greater than equal to 1 and CURR, sorry, there is spelling mistake, current date is less than equal to 11, then it will show GREETING is equal to, we can say here, good morning, and here I am passing the variable as, let me make a second variable here which is showing greeting. So let me remove it, Control S, and you can see that now it is showing good morning because we have time 10. I am also showing here the time as well because you might come to know that how the basically function is working. So you can see that time is 10 and at 10 o'clock it is showing good morning, and we are just saying that as if. So let me see what about good afternoon. If the time is between 12 to 19, CURRDATE is greater than equal to 12, and CURRDATE is less than equal to 19, then it will show here GREE greeting is equal to good afternoon, and here I am going to make a semicolon, and at the third option, as you can see that we have only 24 hours format, no more than 24. So if these both conditions not satisfy, then this third condition would satisfy that greeting is equal to good night. If it is not good morning and not afternoon, that probably it is good night. So here a question arises that how can we come to know that is it working for good afternoon or good night as well? So how can we do that? We can have random variable and we are just passing here time as well. First of all, we can have our year, and at the second point we have a month as well. We can have any random month, it is 10, and at the third we have day, let's say this is 15, and at the fourth variable we have basically hour, and I am just showing here hour as 13, Control S, and you can see that now it is 13 hour and it is showing good afternoon. So if I change the value here, let's say it is 23, you can see that now it is showing good night. So this is basically dynamically changing the values. I don't need to show current date. This was just to show you that how is it working. I'm also showing here exclamatory. Control S, and you can see that now it is looking awesome. So I'm going to remove that. For the time being, let it continued here. So now here we have to also change the CSS as well. We have done till our 4 point, and we have only 1 point, which is 15, and in our 5th point we have to apply CSS, dynamically changing the color of greetings. So you can have green at morning, it's up to you, and orange at afternoon. You can say that it looks like orange because sun is on the top, and night is fully darkened. That's why I'm just saying it as black. So it's up to you what color you will choose. Now here a question arises that how can we change these colors. Basically here I'm going to use inline CSS. Inline CSS would make a lot of rush in code, and you might come to make any mistake. So I'm just going to make internal CSS. Const, we have an object color style, style style is equal to, I'm here making an object. No, this color style is nothing but just an object, and we will change the value of this object. If I make here color style dot color is equal to, we can have color as green. Let me show you, is it there is spelling mistake, dot color, and let me show you the color. I'm just trying to show you the color here. Color dot style, color style, Control S, it will show nothing but just its color change. So I'm not going to use any property till now. I'm just giving it as a variable just to show that is it working or not. You can see that here is an error, objects are not valid as React child. So let me see what is the problem here. Change it and check the value. Control S, it is saying as green. So Control Z. So I'm just showing, I'm just typing here now CSS property as color, and I'm going to copy it. Control C, and I have to paste here as well as in our else part, and in our second part we have to make color as orange, and here I'm taking color as black. Control S, I have not applied color property here, and it will not basically show any color here. So what I have to do that it will show the color here. If you remember, we can use span here, span, and inside span we have this value which is our dynamic variable value, and Control V. Here I am going to have a style, Control S, and it is showing black because we don't have mention time here, and you can see that now it is green. So if I make here 15, Control S, and you can see that now it is converted into orange color. So this was all about 2 days challenge. I hope you understood, and I intentionally made a lot of mistakes that you might come to know that how the objects are basically working and what is happening basically. This is our object, and dot we have color. This is nothing but just our CSS property, and we are giving the color here. Because of this property, the React is considering it as color. Otherwise, if we don't use this property, it will assign this as variable. So this was all about today.